Now, the Ghanaian Times is reporting this morning at 53rd Cadet Officer graduation, we need fair, firm election policing. This is Vice President Dr. Bawumia speaking there. Because there's some very terrible news coming from the Eastern region. That's Achim Tafo. Cerebral palsy, autism sufferers, target of sexual abuse. So, cerebral palsy, right, and autism. Those on the autism spectrum,
exactly,
they are the target of sexual abuse in Achim Tafo. And the excuse that people are given is that apparently the police, they are unable to identify properly their attackers. Because of that, they feel that these are some are even giving other connotations, but that's the reason why anybody, and first and foremost, you cannot sexually abuse anybody.
Absolutely.
First. But to condescend, to actually decide that your best practice
a helpless
is
individual.
to attack people who have on the autism spectrum or have cerebral palsy. And cerebral palsy has neurological effects that makes it difficult for people to express motion and movement and coordination and all of that. For you to attack people with special needs, you have descended below the lowest you can do. And I just hope that the police will prioritize some of these things, because I know at least that this is an investigation done by the Ghanaian Times. And it's a very terrible story anyway. Yeah. I mean, imagine you having a child with special needs. Then some human being decide on their own that's the child they want to attack. Well, anyway, it's good that sometimes, I mean, people in this republic don't have guns everywhere, because some of these people, your first reaction, if God do not intervene, will
have
be
you met a child with cerebral palsy?
Yes.
I mean, these children have so many motor skills difficulties. And they really struggle, depending on what kind of cerebral palsy they have. They really struggle with movement and speech. And these are smart kids. They just are unable to express themselves, in the ordinary ways that we take for granted. And it takes a lot of care to look after them. There's a very prominent Ghanaian family, and they are one of their children has cerebral palsy, and it costs a fortune
to take care of it.
Yes. So you just imagine someone struggling with this in some other part of this country, struggling to look after their child, and somebody has decided that that's my targeted sex, my sex abuse victim. Just think about what kind of mind a person must have to feel comfortable doing that.
Well,
hey.
The other story, 160,000 persons living with HIV, they are on antiretroviral treatment. So this is 50% of the population in the Republic of Ghana that are living with HIV/AIDS. And
what percentage?
50%.
50
of what?
Half of the country.
No, 50% of people living with HIV, which is the 334,095. Oh, by the way, you are alarmed.
How can you alarm us this morning in this manner?
Oh, I'm saying 160.
We refuse to accept it.
Yeah,
you can't be ruining
our morning like that. Already the man is crying over the NSF. I want to add HIV to it.
I don't even know what their main concern is, because my expectation is that one, this will not concern any of my brethren here, but the way they are alarmed by the situation, well, it is still a big time problem. But at least we know that we have 160,000 of our people who are living with HIV/AIDS already on antiretrovirals. I hope we could make it 90% or 100% of the people who ought to get antiretroviral. Indeed, 130,000 of Ghanaians who have HIV have virtually no viral load at all. So, I mean, and let's not get it wrong, being on antiretroviral improves the opportunity that you may not give it to a child.
Yes.
Yes, so that's very, very important.
Well, later to the fact that I think finally Reverend Lawrence Tete has apologized for those comments.
I was about to say that, I mean, yeah, you know how ideally, me, because I'm a practicing Catholic Christian, I do not have very terrible words for men of God, properly or improperly so called. But sometimes we should be measured. we should. And you see, because you are carrying a certain title, you say things anyhow. Not only run, the university have to issue a statement and go and read the comments of people putting under that statement. Oh, it's not true. It's not true. So some sane people in this republic believe not the facts that the university is putting out, but rather, anyway, he has apologized. I don't know what they will say.
Those who were defending,
yes, he has apologized, but I don't know what they will say anyway. But
people always come after you if you ever criticize a religious leader, right? People are very fanatical about that, touch not my anointed and all of this business. But I think I want to put aside the word religious and focus on the word leader, right? And if you're a leader of any group of people, it comes with a certain responsibility. Yeah. You are supposed to hold yourself above all others. In fact, it's not you holding yourself. They have held you above themselves. They have elevated you to be their leader, and it comes with a responsibility to behave in a way that sets a standard. You can't make the same mistakes that other people make. You just can't.
Yes, reckless statement without facts.
No,
for me is irresponsible.
No.
All right,
so forget about the religious side of things. As a leader, he really didn't live up to the standard.
Daily Guide, MP's vacant seat, Supreme Court throws out Speaker. Let's debate. Bawumia fires back at Mahama. I don't know when this debate will come on. Now they are throwing questions left and right. Is that what we need?
I actually think that they are doing the debate on their own, but it's just that they are not doing it together.
They are asking questions. One says
yes.
Another says I have 50.
Yeah.
Then another one says that.
But these are 50 questions. What's that got to do with the economy anyway?
Exactly.
But can I just say, without any intention of echoing one side or the other, that Ghanaians would benefit from a debate. Ghanaians would benefit from it.
Yeah.
At this point, the agreement or disagreement over whether to debate or not has turned into some sort of strategy.
Exactly.
Right. But the voter is the one that loses out.
Exactly. And I heard the head of CDD, H. Kwesi Prempeh, last week at the Akoto Ampao Memorial Lecture, that our debts will begin to mature from 2026.
Yes.
And none of them is telling us how
they're going to pay
to deal with it. Here we are being bombarded with 5 questions, 50 questions, 25 questions, 100 questions.
And no answer to any of the about questions. How we are going to pay that bill. And by the way, I was at the launch of the ISA, a State of the Economy report. There has been nothing, no provision made in any budget since we joined the IMF about how to pay our bill from 2026 or whenever it is that it will become, due. No provision, none. So in essence, this government, and in fact the one that is hoping to take over, none of them has any plan of what to do when that year comes, and when those bills come in.
And I keep saying that, and Bryce Simon says we are missing 2 opportunities: one on illegal mining, and 2 on our debt problem and not the financial crisis. It's true. This crisis, we have thrown it under the carpet like nothing happened. I'm saying even Jamaica, business people sat down government and said, we are no longer going to go this path again.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's fashion a way together. What have we done same in this country?
None.
And I keep saying, they say that they have a post-COVID economic recovery, whatever program that is being implemented today. And yet, you ask yourself, what are they? And that's why maybe a debate would have brought out some of these issues. We should get to the point where it will not lie in the mouth of candidates to choose whether to or not to debate. You want a job with me. I want it as part of the criteria for you getting that job, that you engage the people who are actually going to contest, so that I will see in the battle of ideas the very best one to choose from. Why is that difficult for us to understand? I get the point that people are dilly-dallying. We take different positions at different times. So we should prevent people. If you do not want to be part of the debate, you should not contest for the presidency of this country. How is that difficult? In any case, why? It is me who's giving you a job. You set the rules for me giving you a job. Really?